What if the biggest wall in your life isn't standing in front of you, but inside your own mind? Every day, millions of people give up before they even begin. Not because they are weak, not because they are untalented, but because a quiet little voice keeps whispering, "You can't." Today, you're about to meet someone who believed that voice until one ordinary day changed everything. Every morning, Ethan Parker woke up before the sun. He wasn't excited for the day. He wasn't curious about what might happen. Instead, he whispered the same sentence he had repeated for years. "Nothing good ever happens to me." Those 6 words quietly followed him everywhere. To school, to his home, even into his dreams. Whenever a new opportunity appeared, Ethan didn't see possibility. He saw another chance to fail. And because he expected failure, he rarely even tried. The next morning felt just like every other morning. Ethan walked into school with his head down, expecting nothing special. As he reached his classroom, his art teacher smiled and pinned a colorful poster to the board. "Attention, everyone," she announced. "The City Young Artists Competition is finally here. The winner will receive a full scholarship to the Academy of Fine Arts." The classroom instantly filled with excitement. Students whispered ideas, laughed together, and imagined their dreams coming true. Ethan looked at the poster for only a second. Then he quietly looked away. Inside his mind, that familiar voice returned. "Don't waste your time. There are students much better than you. You'll only embarrass yourself." Without saying a word, he closed his sketchbook. To everyone else, it looked like a normal decision. But inside Ethan, another dream quietly disappeared. School ended, and Ethan slowly began the long walk home. His backpack felt heavier than usual, even though nothing inside had changed. Sometimes the weight we carry isn't on our shoulders, it's in our thoughts. Instead of taking his usual route, Ethan wandered into a quiet neighborhood park. The evening sun painted everything in warm shades of gold. Near a small flower garden, an elderly gardener gently planted colorful flowers. He worked patiently, smiling as if every tiny flower mattered. As Ethan walked past, the old man looked up. "Young man," he called warmly, "you look like you're carrying something very heavy." Ethan looked behind him. There was no one else. He smiled politely. "I'm not carrying anything." The gardener chuckled softly. "Oh, I wasn't talking about your backpack. I was talking about your mind." For the first time that day, Ethan stopped walking. Those words somehow felt true. The gardener brushed the soil from his hands and smiled. "I've planted flowers in this park for over 40 years, he said. "Do you know what I've learned?" Ethan quietly shook his head. "The seeds don't become flowers overnight. They grow because someone waters them every single day." The old man picked up 2 tiny seeds and placed them in Ethan's hand. "Your mind works the same way. Every negative thought is a seed. Every positive thought is also a seed. The one you water is the one that grows." Ethan looked down at the tiny seeds resting in his palm. "They're so small," he whispered. The gardener nodded. "So are thoughts. But both can grow into something that changes your life." Then the old man gave Ethan a simple challenge. For the next 7 days, every time your mind says, "I can't," replace it with, "I'll try my best." Don't pretend everything is perfect. One decision can change one life. Ethan slipped the 2 tiny seeds into his pocket. For the first time in years, he decided to try. The next morning, nothing looked different. The same alarm rang. The same school waited. The same worries filled Ethan's mind. For a moment, the old voice returned. "You can't do this." Ethan paused. He remembered the gardener's words. Instead of believing the voice, he quietly answered, "I'll try my best." It didn't feel magical. It didn't erase his fear, but it gave him one small step forward. Day after day, he repeated those 4 simple words. When homework seemed impossible, "I'll try my best." When he made a mistake in class, "I'll learn from this." When he compared himself to others, "I'm improving every day." Slowly, his thoughts began to change. And when thoughts changed, his choices began to change too. One afternoon, Ethan opened the sketchbook he had closed only a week before. This time, he didn't draw to be perfect. He drew because he finally believed he deserved to try. A week later, Ethan stood outside the city art gallery. His sketchbook rested tightly against his chest. His hands trembled, not because he wasn't prepared, but because fear hadn't completely disappeared. The old voice whispered one last time, "You still don't belong here." Ethan closed his eyes. He took a slow, deep breath. Then he smiled. "Maybe I don't know what will happen, but I'll try my best." He walked through the gallery doors. Paintings filled every wall. Some were breathtaking. For a moment, he felt small again. Then he remembered something. The competition wasn't between him and everyone else. It was between the Ethan who always quit and the Ethan who finally had the courage to begin. With calm hands, he placed his artwork on the display stand. For the first time in his life, he wasn't hoping to be perfect. He was simply proud, because he hadn't given up. The next afternoon, the gallery filled with nervous students and proud families. Everyone waited for the results. Ethan felt his heart pounding. The judge stepped onto the stage. Third place was announced. Then second place. Neither name was Ethan's. The room grew quieter. Finally, the winner was announced. It wasn't Ethan. For a brief moment, disappointment touched his heart. But something unexpected happened. He didn't feel broken. He didn't feel defeated. Because for the first time in his life, he hadn't measured success by winning. He had measured success by trying. And that changed everything. As people began leaving the gallery, Ethan felt a hand on his shoulder. It was one of the judges. "I know you're disappointed," she said, "but your artwork wasn't what caught my attention." Ethan looked confused. "Your growth did." She handed him a card. It was an invitation to a special young artists program. "We believe your future is bright," she said, and suddenly Ethan understood. The competition had never been the end of the journey. It was only the beginning. Years later, Ethan kept the 2 tiny seeds in a small glass jar on his desk. Whenever life became difficult, he remembered the gardener's words. And he remembered that everything changed the day he changed one sentence. Positive thinking doesn't mean believing everything will be easy. It means believing you are strong enough to keep trying. If this story touched your heart, don't let the flame stop here. Like this video, subscribe to Glowing Flame Fire, and share it with someone who needs a little hope today.